Hey, it's one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Brandon, here to say, what up, Zookeepers? We have back returning champion, guest, and all-around great, funny guy, Tristan Smith, to talk about Joker, Folie, Deux. That's right, been 10 months in the making, and it's a good episode. We get into some very interesting discussion points. As always, if you like the podcast, tell a friend, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any of those, give us a review, it all helps. And you can always email us at podzookipodcast@gmail.com. That's PODZOOKY podcast@gmail.com. Give us a movie recommendation. Say something weird. We'll read it online. We might even, do your movie if you suggest it and it sounds fun. But anyways, let's get to this movie. I think it's a movie. That's what we'd call it. Who knows? We're still debating that.
Render unto Ghidra what is Ghidra's. 10 to 1 he sees you through a beaker and a tweezers. Read the fine print and be like, what's the big deal? Spun wheels of steel since broke wheel, big wheel. Back when it was greasy as curl, now it's easy dread. Had a rhyme on how they used to tease him about his peasy head. Yes, y'all, to the beat. Have a ball.
Yeah, shit talking comedians. Yeah,
We do.
Yeah, who else?
I don't think I do. I don't think I do enough stand up to shit talk.
If we do keep this, even though
I think that puts you in a better position to shit talk.
for the Podzuki boys, and we'll just do the introduction real quick. I'm one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys.
Yeah, I
Brandon.
did jump in too early. People don't know who I am.
I'm another one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Luke Evans Flip.
I'm your third Hollywood Kaiju bad boy, Martin Felchman, and we've got a special returning guest. Give it up for our good friend Tristan Smith.
I swear to God, I didn't know you were doing introductions. I thought Brandon was just saying words, and I'm like that.
I mean, that happens a lot.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Luke.
Well, no, that's how a Podzuki intro happens. We forget that we're recording and we're supposed to do an intro, and they're like, "Oh shit, let's do an intro."
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I feel like we're pulling a Pete Holmes with that. He always used to do that with You Made It Weird, where they would talk for a really long time at the beginning until they forgot they're recording, then he would announce they're recording. Which is kind of smart. I like that.
Being bad at stuff's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, no wonder I'm so fucking funny at everything I do in life.
It's relatable, Luke.
It's very relatable. Anyways, long story short, going all the way to what I was trying to get to, I think I'm like the only person out of us two for Podzuki hosts that is still doing comedy, and that's even debatable because I'm still just doing one show and then spots every once in a while. But
I've been fantasizing about
Just go
going
back
back
and do
into
it.
I know. I just get.
You don't have two kids.
I've got plenty of jokes. I know, and I only work 3 days a week, so it's.
Look at your life. You could be doing so much.
yeah, you're handcrafted to be the world's best comedian.
Yeah. Also, you're really funny.
Yeah, I know.
I miss doing comedy with you way back in the day. I think it's always going to be like fond memories of doing road trips with you, and then also Jamie Carbone and a few others that we'd pull out. But anyway,
And if it turns out that you're vehemently racist, that's only going to help you. So, like, if you have a good schedule and racist and funny, I mean, I don't know.
God, that's not even a joke anymore right
you
now.
don't even need to be funny if you're racist enough.
Yeah, truly.
You can just tell people how woke's trying to silence you, and you're a truth teller, which is nice.
I don't think that's a good place to start for the movie.
No.
I bet there's so many 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Mics.
But anyways, the funny thing is, all the way, long story, even longer. I just think that as me being like one of the only hosts that's like active in comedy, we still shit talk comedians so much, and there's so much of the beginning podcast we always cut out because of that. Oh man, we spent a lot of time. I think it was with Tyler Jackson or somebody else. No, it was one of the pressure people of a comedian that we just really hated, and we spent almost 10 minutes trying to figure out what their name was until we finally got. I'll cut that part out for sure. I'll beep it so that people can kind of fantasize who we were talking about.
It is so funny that even
Are you going to beep my correction too?
Yeah. No, I'll keep your correction in. And then also my social security, of course, which is...
Okay.
Oh,
Is that the actual start of it?
Yeah.
I've said it multiple times on the podcast.
He said his whole thing.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I want to go back to say I'm really glad we finally got you for this episode. We're going to get into what we're doing, and I mean, you've already seen the title.
Yeah, this is 8 months in the... 10 months in the making.
8 months in the crapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say this, I think, is a very high compliment. When people ask me, what are good episodes to listen to, I always recommend Mitch's episode of Masked Rider, and then I always recommend your episode of when we did Super Mario Brothers.
I'm incredibly flattered.
Because it's a really funny episode. But also, that's one that I think exemplifies our podcast of, we did that movie, and I thought it was going to be bad. I'm like, you know what? Mario Brothers, this movie's fucking good.
Yeah, that movie fucking rips.
Yeah.
That's one of the key movies I bring up when I'm talking about how much I love the great film actor Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, and once again, this is Mario Brothers 1993. The new one was just, it was so mediocre. It was so down the road. It's not bad, but it's just almost...
the new Mario movie?
Yeah. You could tell that cast wasn't doing shots in between takes.
Yeah. Which,
I would just like to establish Dennis Hopper's done some classic work. We don't have to include Mario Brothers. As
I am. I enjoy his role as King Koopa a lot.
Okay. One of our
He
most
bought
esteemed actors in history.
I think we talked about in this
No, you're fine.
podcast, but
You're
like
absolutely-
John Leguizamo famously got so drunk between scenes they had to start carrying him to the next scene, if I recall correctly. Also,
I never bought that they got that drunk.
But it's
I mean,
fun.
it's
It
a funny
killed
story.
Bob Hoskins.
I definitely believe that they were drinking behind the sets, but yeah, like carrying him from one set to another, and then he still
I
reads the
think
scene somehow.
when
He's not Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah, when when a movie or like any of that like trivia becomes almost like urban legend, I do love that.
Well, there's that. I was just thinking about. I was watching a TV show, and that scene from Basic Instinct where Sharon Stone uncrosses her legs was on TV, and there's a story where she said, like, "Oh, I didn't know they could actually see it." The director said you couldn't see. Like, oh, you would have known. Okay, then why didn't you wear underwear then? Like,
do you actually see her vagina?
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta
that's
watch
like
that
the
movie.
super famous.
But I could see Paul Verhoeven lying to her.
Yeah.
I could see, but it's
Yeah.
also, I think, like, at a certain point, I don't know. I guess I'm misogynistic, if not racist, so got that.
You gotta get back into comedy.
If she
They're waiting
didn't
for
want it,
ya.
why did she dress that way?
Welcome to Podzuki, the only podcast where we say, you know what, women, you've had it too good for too long.
Oh, we do have a rebuttal from women over here.
This is all jokes. Please, no, please don't leave. Please. I'll figure out. I think we'll keep it.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Making fun of women in Trump's America? How dare you?
A man who loves women and upholds women. Upholds. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Man, what a nightmare we live in right now. Speaking of nightmares, let's just get into it.
Sweet.
As you were saying, when it first came out, you're like, we got to do this Podzuki, and then things came up. We weren't able to make it work out, and then it got pushed back further and further. And finally, I reached out to him like, we have to get you back. We have to finally do Joker Folie à Deux. Yes. I'm gonna refer to it as an actual name. I'm not gonna be that guy who's like Joker 2. I'm gonna say it fully each time.
I mean, bravo! Thank you for
I had to write it
doing
down.
what Todd Phillips asked.
Okay, first question.
Which means like Madness of Two, I believe, right? Isn't that what it means?
Symphony of Madness, I believe.
That makes sense.
Okay. Well, duh means two, so it's two's got to be a part of. If you're gonna,
let's look it up.
Yeah, it can't mean Symphony of Madness, and there's no two at all.
You never know. It is on Wikipedia listed as a jukebox musical legal drama, which I would agree with.
That's an incredible phrase. Jukebox musical legal drama.
I mean,
and that is an accurate description.
It's very accurate.
This was, I don't know what the first like musical that they're not going to tell anyone is a musical was. Maybe it was the Mean Girls.
This was
movie.
before that, I think,
before
wasn't
that.
it?
Yeah. Okay. But this movie was last year. Also,
Madness of Two.
But yeah, it was in that year of where this happening because there was Wonka as well. That was a musical.
I thought they did tell people this was a musical.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that was part
they
of
did,
the
but they didn't.
because they like.
If
got
you
Lady
just saw
Gaga,
the trailer,
Which
they
I made sure to
really
rewatch the
reveal it.
trailer for this podcast.
When I saw the
To be
Wonka
like-
trailer, I was like, they twinked up Wonka. I can't believe they did it.
Yeah, but you're right. There was a real Hollywood like rash of just like movies where they're like, we're gonna get men to see these movies but not tell them that it's a musical so that we can.
Even Wicked, like they didn't like. If you know anything about Wicked, you know it's a musical, but there was no singing in the first trailer, and not a single kickflip in that movie.
Did they do a kickflip in the original musical?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
In the Chicago
it's
version,
titled
yes.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I did see the Chicago version of Wicked.
Everybody but me.
Oh,
I'm so
and-
pissed off.
Sorry to interrupt.
Barbara got to see it with her family. I wanted to see it when I was a teen. My dad's like, we don't need to go see Wicked. And I think he thought I was gay. And I'm like, you know what? Just let your son be gay and take him to, Wicked. Come on, Dad.
So at my old job before I quit to become a stand-up comic, one of my last celebrity customers was one of the actresses from Wicked, the stage musical.
Oh, yeah.
Megan Hilty, if anybody would happen to, no one knows who that is, but
I think you can say that about most stage musical actors.
she's gotten reasonable success. Like she might be best known to this group from an episode of Louie where she played a heckler who heckles Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah.
I actually do know that.
Yeah.
Now, what's
2 out of 3, baby. I know.
how's Louis been doing? What's he been up to? I haven't kept up since 2016.
He's also been wicked.
Okay, he's been very wicked. Oh, man.
But yeah, we watched Joker, Folie, a poo.
Oh, damn. Directed by Todd Phillip, of course. Todd Phillips of Hangover and Joker fame. He co-wrote it with a co-writer of his, Scott Silver. I thought it was interesting to see what movies he's written before. He was on 8 Mile, which is interesting, but also did The Fighter and then, of course, Joker before this.
Mostly acclaimed works. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to say this before we even get into summarizing the movie. I think there is a solid movie in this thing. I'm going to be honest. I think Todd Phillips had his rash of success with the Hangover movies and then got to do his art project being the Joker, which was well received. And then he was like, you know what? I get to be an asshole now.
And now for the rebuttal.
I mean, I just think this movie is not... it doesn't really feel like a movie. It's just abject misery from tip to tail.
Luke, you love abject misery.
I
What the
know.
fuck are you talking about?
I know, but like this movie, I don't know. It doesn't really like relish in it. I guess
They
it
should've
just
gone deeper.
wallows in it. It just did nothing but like, it's almost like it's a musical that literally says at one point, stop singing, you need to quit singing. Face the real world, which, I don't know, maybe if there's you could find some interesting ideas in here, but I don't think Todd Phillips cared to explore those at all. I feel like, it almost feels like he met between 2019 when the first one came out and this one, he became friends with Lady Gaga, and they got to talking. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm playing with house money for Joker 2. Let's do this stupid thing where I can tell all the internet trolls or all the people who tried to canonize the first Joker to go fuck themselves.
I think that's
so speaking of money, sorry.
Yeah. I was about to say, you go for it first, and then I'll get to my point after this.
Speaking of money, I do think an interesting conversation is the budget of both the original Joker film of 2019 and then Joker Folie I Do. Because that's how this ends up happening. Is the original Joker film was incredibly cheap by Hollywood standards, superhero standards to make. It cost $55 million to make that film, and it grossed $1 billion worldwide. So with that, you essentially get a blank check in Hollywood if you pull off something like that. And Todd Phillips is he's been kind of well known until this film for being good at like cheaply shooting a movie and then making a bunch of money. The Hangover films also like.
Well, has anybody else here seen Hated?
I've not seen Hated. No,
Hated was like the first movie as I ever saw. Like,
okay,
I don't remember when that came out to where you could get it, but I was like in like 2000 probably when I saw it.
Sure,
that movie, and it was really interesting as a student film about G.G. Allen.
Okay,
and like
I have seen Hated.
He made it not too long before
that's
G.G.
a good
Allen
documentary.
died and was able to put some of the funeral footage in there. But from that he mainly did like. Almost boner comedies, I guess you could call them. Yeah, like old school, and the Hangover movies were him too.
This is kind of what I wanted to get into until we get too far into summarizing. Like, how do we feel about his repertoire of work? Of like, I saw Joker. I will say, I think Joker's a good film. I do like Joker. I know
it's a good film. I only ever want to watch once.
Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it. On top of that, too, it is definitely a send up of all of the Scorsese films. It's very obvious, but like, it's still, I think, decently done. And I didn't hate watching it. I think they had a lot of good points in it. Also, I think the Hangover movies. The first one I did enjoy. I did find it funny. I haven't watched it since I was probably like a young kid, but like a young kid of 24 probably when I say that. But also, Hated I didn't realize he did. And that's another film I enjoy. So I mean, he has a good collection. I think.
I think he's a fine director, but he's just not very good at doing serious work. I can't think of any serious movie he's done. Which I don't know. Maybe Joker's the only one.
What are you talking about? Hangover Part 3. That's the serious one.
Haven't seen Part 2 or 3.
Well, Part 2 is...
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, Part 2 is a bad film because they literally redo all of one, but not even a joking way. Like, they literally, like, scene for scene almost do the first movie. Third one, they did
it's watchable.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy's in it briefly, and that helps. You can put her in anything.
This is so stupid. I've seen every Hangover movie. I've seen every Hangover movie. I have not seen the first Joker, so I wouldn't just completely blind. And I will to say I'm. I mean, not the dissenting opinion from everyone. Definitely the dissenting opinion from Luke. I really enjoyed this movie.
Okay, so did you look up anything about the first movie? You don't know anything about the first movie.
Did you see the stairs, Martin? Martin, did you see the stairs?
Everything I know about the first movie is through cultural osmosis.
Sure.
So I know that he shot Mr. Scarface in the face. right?
That's not scary.
Murray. He shot Murray Franklin in the head, yes, which is played by Robert De Niro in the original movie.
Okay, perfect.
The meme of the Joker dancing on the stairs and then a Photoshop version of like a smaller version of him next to him.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Every time I see that, for some reason, it makes me laugh so hard. I don't know why.
Well, you said it's basically a pastiche of some Martin Scorsese movies.
Yes, yeah.
Especially Taxi Driver and even more so King of Comedy.
Yeah, King of Comedy for sure. I mean,
even by having De Niro as the talk show host character.
And the first movie was very memed and very like a part of culture in internet culture in that way. And I felt like watching the second movie, I thought like, oh, this feels like it's made for TikTok to chop it up and put it like it'll become a good movie in 20 years. Like in terms of like somebody be like, oh well, this one Lady Gaga scene was really incredible when she puts the makeup on, or this one like snippet
I kept thinking the entire time I watched it, like, man, this movie would make a good trailer.
Yes, yes, and it did. The trailer is honestly
and I don't disagree with that, but I definitely it fails completely as a musical.
Oh yes, certainly.
Like none of the songs are memorable, and they're all songs that existed already, right?
And everyone sings worse than they're able to sing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Lady Gaga's a better singer than she sang for most of the movie because she does this like sort of whispery.
Yeah, I kind of liked her cover of "That's Life," but that was played over the credits. And
I liked she did another cover of the Sammy Davis Jr. song that I liked, but like where she like sang like herself. But most of it was just like, I'm Lady Gaga. Singing.
And especially Joaquin Phoenix.
It's so tired. Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix as well, which like I think he did all the singing in Walk the Line.
Right, so it's like he's able to sing.
But it's also that's singing like Johnny Cash,
sure.
which is like a low register.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him to have more range, and I'm sure they did some auto tuning on.
I'm looking up a thing that I saw on the Wikipedia that I was going to talk about later, but I need to talk about it now because it was so insane to read about. Which is when they were doing the musical part. I'm trying to find the exact way they were explaining it. But basically, they did all of their music live. So they did it live on the set and recorded it.
Interesting.
And they had a person on piano in the background to like kind of keep pace and go with it and adjust to what they were doing. And I found it. So unlike many musicals that have actors sing, Phoenix and Gaga performed the musical numbers live, accompanied by a piano player who performed off camera. Meanwhile, Phillips tried to sync the radically different takes into a coherent whole in the editing room, which he described as a nightmare.
If I reframe this in my head, is Todd Phillips just wasting the studio's money? I kind of come around on the movie a little bit.
I do want to talk about this, and we can start going through the actual plot. Is the beginning of it? I was like, this is really well animated and nice and cool. I liked it a lot.
I actually really hated the animation.
And here's the thing. I don't know, because you might feel this about this director if you don't like them. It was the Sylvain Chomet who did the Triplets of Belleville, which is like a favorite.
Oh, okay.
And like that, when I saw them, like it clicked. Like, oh, that is for sure his style and kind of like pacing and fluid style going.
I think the Triplets of Belleville looks better, but also that movie, I appreciate. That's a really good movie. I don't care for it. It's a little obnoxious, but that's
the right kind of brand of obnoxious.
I will say the animation, just like every single other moment of this film, felt very on the nose. Like this film very much.
His shadow
gives its thesis statements every 30 minutes. Like it truly like there's no subtext. They don't fuck with that shit.
I thought they were going to show a shadow and they're going to like cut over to like a portrait of Carl Jung going like that's the other self and like go back to the other shadow and it was on the nose, but I thought it was really well.
I mean, it was also, I realized later, it's also supposed to work as kind of a recap of the first movie. Mm-hmm. It could have worked it better that way. I also wish the credits had gone over it, because it was kind of just its own self-contained thing, rather than being an opening credit scene like a Pink Panther movie or something.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to where, like, I think Todd Phillips just didn't care if this movie was going to be good or not. I think he was maybe throwing some stuff at the wall, taking some chances on stuff he'd wanted to do. But as far as like, nothing feels like this. Oh, I think this is really good, and I really want to get it on film.
I would have enjoyed the Pink Panther theme more than any of the songs in that musical.
This is the coin toss of what I always think about of like when a film does really well and they want to get back a director, and basically have him do the sequel, and they start catering like, okay, well, the director wants this and this, so we're just going to let him do it. I think about Gremlins 2 all the time with Joe Dante, which I've talked about so much on this podcast. of like they courted him for so long, and then finally they're like, okay, Joe Dante, do whatever you want. And then that's why we got the masterpiece that is Gremlins 2. But they were courting Todd Phillips for a while because, Joker made so much money. And eventually they're like, okay, Todd Phillips, do what you want to do. And then this is the tail side of the coin of like, oh no.
But they actually tried to like stop him midway through. Like James Gunn and the people at DC were like, hey, what if we just gave you some notes?
The fact that connected DC Comics kind of hobbles that whole thing. Because Gremlins, you had nothing beyond the first movie. So do whatever you want. But you kind of can't have the Joker, I don't know, not be the Joker.
And Phillips refused to listen to anybody on the DC side of things. He only listened to Warner Brothers notes, and which is an interesting way to silo yourself.
Yeah,
and
he probably doesn't give a shit about.
I want to hear what the suits up top have to hear. Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing to me is that he does throw in the lightest elements of like DC Comics, like having Harvey Dent be a part of
it. Was his face fucked up at the explosion at the end? Yeah. I couldn't really tell.
I couldn't tell either, honestly.
But I figured it's Harvey Dent, of course. His face.
That face gotta get fucked up.
Yeah. You gotta Harvey that down.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen Christopher Nolan pull it off convincingly, a way to truly damage exactly half of a person's face. And it seemed so simple when I was like, oh, why didn't anybody else think of this before instead of just having acid directly perfectly spray someone in half?
It's okay. They have the manila file to block it. It's fine.
I've been watching so many superhero movies lately.
What are you, America?
Yeah, but it is I didn't want to go on an Easter egg hunt for this one. I know a lot about Batman, so I did notice a few things, mostly just the Harvey Dent. But this isn't the kind of movie where you should put a lot of Easter eggs in there, I don't think. And really, I think the Harvey Dent one was the only thing. The judge was named Rothwax, and I asked my friend who knows, a big Batman nerd, and he said that was nothing. So...
Yeah, and then the first one, because Martin didn't see it, they clearly have a scene where there's a young Bruce Wayne that the Joker talks to, and I think it's very obviously that this isn't the future Joker that we all know and love.
There's a plot line in the first one where Joker thinks that Thomas Wayne is his real father.
Yeah, that was kind of fun to explore too. But yeah, this one they're doing whatever they want. And I think to actually start summarizing it, we cut to that animated scene that kind of recaps the first movie, and then it just shows them in the prison. Well, not the prison, but Arkham Asylum, I think. It is Arkham Asylum, right?
I don't think they say Arkham Asylum, but surely.
They say Arkham at least once, but they also do have an Arkham sign.
It would be stupid if it wasn't Arkham Asylum. We're we've got Arkham Asylum, but we put him in the county jail.
But, there's some
This is Joker and Orange is the New Black.
We're opening a new jail for you. It's called Arkham Asylum.
And I think it's funny that we have to mention, the actors, because, yes, of course, we know it's Joaquin Phoenix that's playing the Joker, and then Lady Gaga. But I think there's some surprise casting this.
Oh yeah,
Brendan Gleeson being one of the guards. I'm it's Brendan Gleeson. I love seeing him in anything.
Yeah, he's the main antagonist.
Yeah, and then the interesting thing
is the prison guard, the Irish prison guard.
Yes. And then they basically cut up and
the pedigree of this film. I mean, so many Academy Award winners and nominees.
I was not expecting Steve Coogan.
I think everyone's bringing it. Everyone brings a very good performance. To this
completely forgot Steve Coogan was in there, and his American accent's fine, but that was the what decade this takes place in is kind of permeable.
Yeah,
it's definitely the
1983.
Yep.
Also, sorry about that.
Yeah, but it's also I don't know. It just felt kind of weird.
Yeah,
just seemed permeable. But yeah, the Steve Coogan interview seemed like that was very much like a Geraldo Rivera type thing.
So I can definitely see that look.
The first one felt so 70s, so I guess this one kind of breaching into the 80s, that time period.
Which also the first one is 80s too. It's really? 81. I was stunned to find that out. Because I assumed it was... Because it's so clearly based on all these Scorsese films of the 70s. You're well, then that's got to be...
It's because it's not New York, it's Gotham City, but it's that dirty New York of the 70s and the 80s.
Where you can smell the bodily fluids on the street.
Back before Giuliani kicked out all the homeless.
Giuliani, great job. You did it. You made New York better. It's clearly you.
A great guy that New York's going to love forever.
You know who else I'm really kind of warming up to? This Eric Adams foe. I love him. I love him as much as I love Hungry. That's where he's always going, right?
Hungry?
I didn't realize that.
I thought it was turkey.
It's turkey.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right, yes.
It's hungry for turkey.
What a weird guy.
That's how you remember it.
I know there's a lot of shitty politicians that we shouldn't like, but there is something about Eric Adams where he's so weird that I kind of like him. I mean, he's a terrible human being.
They're like what's great about New York? Well, the fact that you can have, you can open a business, or 9/11 can happen.
He should have done stand-up.
That's one of...
He's not wrong. He's just up there spitting facts, and we're making fun of him just because he's trying to kill the poor. What's wrong with that? According to America, nothing right now.
Like, if this is a Zach Galifianakis character, I would believe it.
Yeah.
Like, it's that type of zany that's just like, oh, nothing you're saying is related to anything that came before.
And then he'd have like a gay twin brother too. That would be a great character you'd want to follow around. I love Zach Galifianakis. Anyways, getting back to Joker.
He walked past me when I visited New York. I missed him completely. My friend who was facing toward the street, he's like, "Oh, it's Zach Galifianakis." The second I turn around, he's gone. Yeah. I'm like, my friend could have been lying to me, honestly.
He could have been, but he's walking the streets.
I always want to try and like break a movie down into like a couple of sentences, and I feel like you can almost explain this movie. It's about getting into an awful relationship.
Yes. Yeah. And it's very straightforward for the beginning too, because it's just showing him being miserable in prison. All there is like, tell us a joke, and he's basically just completely zonked out, doing the classic medication, too much lithium, whatever, can't do anything. He's sad. There's rain happening, and then he sees Lady Gaga.
They don't really have any chemistry together.
No.
Which is unfortunate because the entire movie is about their relationship.
Yes.
Like, exclusively.
What this movie really sells you is that you're going to see a lot of people in clown makeup putting guns to their head or putting guns to other people's heads. Mm-hmm. And then you're also going to see just a lot of bad music.
Also, sometimes fake guns to their heads too. There's a lot of just finger guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the guns are cool. I can't argue with that. And shooting yourself to death in the head, that's also pretty cool. On film, it does look pretty cool.
Okay. But yeah, Lady Gaga plays Lee, or Harley Quinn, as we know, Harleen Quinzel. And she is a depressive demon nightmare woman. Yes. Is what I've been calling her, the exact opposite of a manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're doing that classic thing of like, oh, she's lying about her past, but also she was probably abused. And then it's the same thing for, once again, the Joker's background and everything going on. So I think they're trying to have the parallels happen with the characters. I don't want to be that comic book nerd, but I really like more of the relationship of her being like a therapist working at Arkham Asylum that's trying to rehabilitate for the Joker.
They didn't need to redo this.
Yeah.
I didn't like that she was just a terrible woman who encouraged him to bring out the worst side of himself.
Yeah.
And really dropped him the second the chips hit the ground.
Yeah. And that scene, this is the very end of the movie and we'll get to it, but it was so stupid. And then also you can't have a character in 2024 look to a character and say, I'm pregnant. You just can't do that anymore.
It ended up not mattering. Really? Like, I don't even know if that was true.
It did feel like a lie, weirdly, and maybe because he gave 3 pumps. And I know that
it was so gross. It was the grossest love scene since Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I think
you can't call that a love scene.
Let's give it to Todd Phillips of like he really mic'd them up to get all the wet kissing noises that were too clear. I feel like
it was also insane that the guards apparently let her into.
I thought it was like a fantasy too.
Because so much of I kicked the table accidentally, but the first movie, the major twist that happens, is that he hallucinates having a girlfriend.
I should edit a really cartoony kick effect when that happens too.
I look forward to it. But like so you're sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop in this film if you've seen the first one, where you're like, okay, what is he hallucinating? What isn't real that we're seeing? And then there is no that shoe doesn't drop, and you're like, oh, well, this all happened.
Yeah. Throughout the entire movie, I felt that like it's a musical, so I thought they were like all those cool looking set pieces from the trailer. They were going like, how are they going to work that into the reality of what's going on around him? And they don't.
No,
they just put those scenes in the movie in a couple of places.
Cinematography, set design. Let's just do a Moth Repulse.
Beautiful.
Moth RuPaul's Drag Race.
All of it's
everyone's
great.
at the top of their game, which is awful.
Everything looks great.
The costuming's great. The scenes and like actually having like a solid look of like a early '80s gritty New York / Gotham City. I thought the design of the movie is like fantastic. It looks so good, but then just everything else.
To be fair, they all got nominated for Oscars the first time around. They're like, we're going to get it this time. Like those who didn't win are like, yeah, this is our time. So they did the best they could, and it's like it's got to be so painful to work on something you think is incredible that is
props
just
is like I think really
reviled.
Props to the design team of like doing like if you think about it, it was actually tied to like Batman '98 or '89 of like it actually does look like I can't do anything right today. There is a Batman '98, which I think that would be Batman Forever then, right? No, that's '97.
You're thinking Godzilla again.
I'm always thinking about Godzilla. Welcome to Podzuki, the only podcast about Godzilla.
It's the movie I've seen most in my life. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. I've seen it 13 times.
We've landed on.
I had a summer, just where
the summer of Godzilla.
Yeah.
We've landed
and also Men in Black. I saw that 11 times.
I do love that.
But Men in Black that's a quality film.
Yes.
The other two suck, but the first one.
I really lost the thread here, but I just wanted to say I thought like for the set design of the movie of like having the Gotham look, it honestly looks like what I would imagine like the 1983 version of eventually becoming like the Batman movies we know and love of like Batman '89 having that same look, especially like the courthouse scenes and the shots of that. But like it's just it does feel wasted. I mean, I'll wait till I get the reviews. I didn't hate the film, but I'm just like there's a lot of potential. I feel like
I didn't think it looked great. I thought it mostly looked ugly. I think I could definitely see what they were wanting to go for with like kind of like very grays and browns when it's just real life, and then the musical parts, the fantasies are very vibrant, like Technicolor. But I don't know. I think again some good ideas, but they don't really run with them.
Yeah. They didn't run with the big boys. I feel
it was interesting that they decided to do a jukebox musical as opposed to an original musical. Like, I don't necessarily see how that decision happens. Why are they like, this is what... And I remember watching this film, I kept thinking, every part where they're breaking to sing... It would have just been better to have that song on the soundtrack. To have the original singer sing on the soundtrack, and it probably would be a much better film, just that change.
The songs don't connect with what's happening in the movie at all, which is what a musical should do. Like, even jukebox musicals, they'll... I don't know, it's the beginning of the movie and everybody wants to party, they sing I Wanna Rock. And that's that goes with the action of the movie.
Basic level of musicals, it's supposed to be displaying like the emotions that can't be spoken out loud through like...
Funny enough, in the press for this movie, Joaquin Phoenix thought they invented that. They, when talking about it, he's like, the reason we're singing is because we can't express ourselves through talking anymore. And it's pretty revolutionary.
Do you think Tom Cruise had that same thought when they were doing that all the way back then?
Wait, what did Tom Cruise...
He did a jukebox musical.
Oh, Rock of Ages.
Yeah, Rock of Ages.
That was the one I was thinking about when I came up with my hypothetical.
I feel like Tom Cruise, if we took the clips, I would bet money on this almost saying the
Alec
same
Baldwin
thing.
was in that as well.
Oh my god, that hurts. But like, I feel like him and Joaquin Phoenix would just have the same thing going of like, oh, you guys gotta check this out. They just have music and you just sing to it. That's so crazy.
Well, have you ever heard the Tom Cruise Tropic Thunder table read story?
No.
So basically, he's been cast in the role of Les Grossman, and he's just not nailing it. He's not getting the character, and like it's everything he's saying is falling flat. So then they break for a second, and someone explains satire to him. Like, they show him the dictionary definition of satire. He leaves the room for a few minutes, comes back, and just perfectly nails the character.
He makes me believe the Scientology is real and that, like, Thetans are actually, like, affecting this man, and aliens are just beaming messages inside of him. Because I just... There needs to be, like, a documentary on Tom Cruise, like, that's so... thoroughly done. That's like a Chris Chan documentary that's like 40 hours long. I would watch every one of them. I can't believe how much time I put into the Chris Chan one before I got
Scientology will have to fall for
that's true.
Vault to be.
Just Tom Cruise is so interesting to me on just so like every level.
Well, with the documents that show that John Travolta's turning into a penis.
Yeah. He does have that look.
Yeah, he's just...
Well, Pitbull convinced him to go all. That's the real truth.
Shave your head, man.
Mr. Worldwide himself.
Yeah, he's like, don't keep wearing toupees. Yeah. Just embrace your baldness.
I mean, I appreciate that. I feel like as somebody who's balding, it's like just you either go all the way for it or you just got to let go. You know, it's I think getting back to, I mean, we say this so many episodes.
I love that you say that while having hair.
Yeah, I mean it's going quickly. I'm wearing it more because I'm super gross today, and I got to shower after this.
That's why they invented hats.
Yeah. Whenever you're just like a gross,
The classic dad look like, oh, I didn't want to wash my hair today, so I'll wear a hat.
yeah, I literally have like burger sauce in it from getting dinner ready and kids throwing things around.
It's okay to wear pants 3 days in a row.
It is.
I will say Brandon just lifted his head and there was less hair than I realized.
Yeah, no,
I've not seen you in some years.
It's going fast.
Or at least like without a hat.
It doesn't. It does not bother me though because I'm very much of a natural. Like it just if it happens, it happens. It's
we
fine.
can't.
Probably helps to already have it locked down.
Yeah, I'm getting pussy regularly. God bless my wife. I hope this is not the episode she listens to.
For the first
time,
episode
it's time to have
almost a
talk.
decade.
Yeah, let's all join hands. God bless Brandon's wife.
Yeah,
I forgot her name right now.
Barbara. It's fine.
Yes, that's it.
Barbara's a lovely human being, and we all love her.
Yeah,
Barbara.
I got no
She
beef
feels
with her.
Yeah,
His kids are jerks, though.
yeah. They're both assholes.
I've never met the kids. Yeah, just like whenever I come to your home, they're
they're
put
up-
away.
Oh, they're great. The last time they were up while we were recording an episode of Podzuki, Faye kept calling us Baba's friends.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's true. She wanted to say, "What's Baba's friends doing?"
That's cute.
Yeah, they're both great.
They
but-
driving yet?
No, I'm letting them though, and as long as nobody's looking. Fate does. So this is a funny thing. Fate does want to drive the car, and it's very hard to explain to a 3-year-old like you can't drive the car.
Yeah.
Do bumper cars still exist?
Bumper cars do exist. Yeah,
take her for bumper cars.
that would be fun. I feel like
So
we're
they might still be a little bit too young. How old
Yeah,
are
3
they?
seems like it's
maybe like 5. I'd,
Yeah, I think
I'd
that's
let
a
her.
5-year-old.
I'd give her a
thing,
shot
yeah.
and let her go in the bumper car.
4 feet or something.
She's pretty tall though, so I don't know. But yeah, I feel like we're skimming over
She
the.
dunking yet?
You should-
Maybe she's not
Absolutely.
driving, but she can drive the lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm letting her do all kinds of legal things. I'm giving her guns. I teach her gun safety though, so it's fine. I feel like the plot of this movie we're skimming over because this is also a bare bones plot movie, which I think happens pretty often. But it's basically the setup. I feel like is we talked about at the beginning. Prison meets Lady Gaga, has an interview with Steve Coogan's character Patty McGee, and then they're basically like, okay, we're going to put him on trial to see that it's a stunt. Harvey Dent basically wants to do, and then doing the whole court case, which becomes like a courtroom drama for the end of the film, and then eventually just turns into the ending, which is just. The ending is for sure, I think, like a middle finger to fans. But
the whole movie feels like a middle finger to fans.
it does, and I feel like, we'll wait till the reviews, but I feel like I do kind of admire it. It's very bold to do, especially at the height of, all the comic book movies being, this was probably towards the end of the waning of it, but, still pretty much of its zenith.
Are we going to talk about how he gets the Joker fucked out of him?
Yes, we should talk about that. So, with the love scene happens with Lady Gaga. They have the musical. They're basically kind of getting him ready to do his court case so that he can prove that he's innocent. Of course, we know it's not going to go well. But they're basically kind of forming the relationship. And then at some point when they're trying to escape from the prison, it doesn't go well. They get put into solitary confinement. For some reason, her character just wanders in there, and they have sex.
Well, the guard lets her in.
Yeah.
He gets put into solitary confinement.
Yeah.
She says that she paid a guard to get let in.
Yeah, okay, I missed it. I was watching this at 1.5 speed.
You got to
Also-
suspend your disbelief quite a bit in this movie for it to make sense.
Oh.
Were you actually watching it at 1.5 speed? Is that true?
Yeah, we got to do my favorite segment too. What speed did you watch this movie at? I did the 1.5.
I watched it completely like raw at
No
one-
protection,
one
no
time-
lubrication?
1 time speed.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could speak. What app were you watching this
Oh,
on?
I torrented the shit out of this.
Okay, I was watching it on HBO. I don't think you can increase the speed.
And
No, they
we're
don't
going
let you
on
do
so
that.
many sidebars, but I need to go on this. I think the thing that worries me the most about this generation is the fact they don't know shit about torrenting things or pirating.
Sure.
No.
What a joy to have in life of being like, this dumb shit, I'm not going to give it any money. I'm just going to have it on a hard drive forever. And it's Joker Folie a do. Am I ever going to watch it again? No. Is it going to be on my computer forever? Absolutely.
Well, as things get more expensive, this generation will rediscover torrenting.
Listen, always email me podzukipodcast@gmail.com. That's PODZOOKY podcast@gmail.com. I will give you all the torrent sites. I'll tell you how to torrent. You need to have this in your toolbox.
I've stolen the podcast before, just like one episode of Doug Loves Movies that was behind a paywall, and then like during the shutdown, they ended up releasing it. But I didn't know there'd be a pandemic. I was like, I gotta hear this episode about Valerian and the High City or whatever that
movie is. I couldn't make it through that movie. I'm shitting on this movie, but I made it through this movie.
I was gonna say, if you want to have me back, I'll happily watch it. Even though I disliked the movie, I would watch it again.
I
just
actually
for
wanted
this
to bring that
podcast.
up. Next time we have you back, can we watch The People's Joker?
I know I've heard of that, and I heard that that's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, I didn't know you could watch good movies on this.
Yeah,
for this podcast.
We've done it like once or twice.
Oh, anyone that you're not on, we're doing great movies every time.
we did
watched
There Will Be
Solid.
Blood.
What? Well, you sons of bitches.
Oh, also for arguing for the kaiju of this film, is it sequels? Is it Todd Phillips? Is it the Joker?
I'd say, superhero movies.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm gonna say Car Bomb.
Car bomb. Yeah,
Does it ever say who set off the car bomb? Were we just supposed to assume it's Joker fanatics?
the Irish.
I
I
would say
assume. Sorry. Well, I leave this one, and I am Irish, kind of.
Yeah, I think it was just Joker fanatics. They didn't give any specific details about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think they did.
Yeah.
I'll say Brendan Gleeson is the kaiju with a side of Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You just
Which that was an interesting person to see in this movie. Little background. I don't know if you are all familiar with Tim Dillon. You don't need to be.
Yeah.
Comedian, more than leans
I've seen
right.
him and stuff plenty of times. He was in 28 Days Later.
Yeah,
That's right.
but he's part of the Joe Rogan
Manosphere
podcast group. Yeah, even though he's out, he's gay, but he's also like decently right wing, but not like hardcore right wing. It's the weird,
Just
but
a
also
smidge.
A good old boy.
Yeah.
Could have a little bit of fascism as a treat.
Yes, and it was interesting seeing him in this film. He's in the scene where he asked the Joker for his autograph, and I just happen to know the background to this. It took them so long to film that because he kept fucking up so much that like Todd Phillips was cursing him out all throughout them trying to film that.
So
it
funny.
took about a week to film.
Oh
my God.
dude! I was thinking of the main guard, the Irish guy.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Brendan Gleeson was nice to Tim as he was not being able to do this. And Joaquin Phoenix was like, hey, take it easy on him. He broke character to be like, hey, don't beat this right wing podcaster.
They're so fragile. They're so fragile to begin with.
And but yeah, Todd Phillips was like, no, you hand the book like this. And it was every single thing. You got to do it the same way every time. That's how movies work. Are you stupid?
It's not his fault. He's never held a book before.
I might have to lock in that Todd Phillips is the kaiju for this episode.
Yeah, I'll give it to Todd Phillips.
I'm happy to change my vote.
Yeah, we'll lock in for that. I feel like there's a lot of jingles I gotta get on this one. So yeah, I feel like we really got off topic from the sex scene and where it's going. I mean, we're going all over the place, but even this I think is more interesting than the kind of narrative structure of this film.
Yes,
because it's both very straightforward, but also doesn't take it too seriously. But sometimes it kind of pisses me off because I feel like you got to pick one or the other. It's then it feels like you're just kind of jumping around, but then all of a sudden this is going at a progression. You're being
because really not a lot happens because pretty much the entire movie takes place inside the jail or in the courthouse.
Yeah, it is like a two-scener I feel like for sure. And I think once again I do like.
And how did it cost $200 million?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm spoiling the budget. I apologize. I won't say how much it grossed. So Brandon has something to do.
Yeah, of course I'm going to have to do a game section about that.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. I didn't know this. I forgot this was a game thing you did.
Yeah.
I just looked that up for my own edification.
I mean, it's just because once again we're going back to Doug Loves Movies, but box office budgets and all that always interests me for trivia. I feel like
Sure.
Because also just it's silly. Money is such a silly concept, and then seeing the big numbers for movies, the realies. I don't. Anyways, getting back to the two scenes of they're going between the courtrooms and they're going between the prison.
He fires his lawyer.
He fires his lawyer, and I feel like getting to that too.
Played by Catherine Keener, of 40-year-old virgin fame.
Yeah, and she does a great job in this film too. I feel like.
I liked her a lot.
I think there's just something nice of seeing a few characters you're kind of rooting for or trying to help out Mr. Joker.
A lot of awful kisses in this movie.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just quick pats on the lips, 2 with his lawyer, 1 with the guy in prison. Mm-hmm. He
should have done one classic
Not that I wanted this movie to get me horny, but it absolutely went the opposite way.
Yeah.
And
I feel like even like skinny, deprived Joker with Joaquin Phoenix doing it could have been sexy, but they really made him not sexy.
That is it's so disturbing to watch him on screen be that thin, especially for this movie.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you lost a bunch of weight, and then like it was like 2 days.
And something about getting
he's only really that frail at like the beginning and the end of the movie.
It's something about getting like the underwear just.
But he's still some level of frail.
Yeah, he definitely
clothed.
had some not great nights in order to prepare for those couple of scenes.
But yeah, there should have been more. It feels weird to say there should have been more sexuality to this film. I feel like there should have been some like. Half chubs at least happening.
No. Like again, from like the way I understand this movie, because again, all of the context I have for the original Joker movie is through cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
From what I understand about this movie, is it was made as a thing from Todd Phillips to just say "fuck you, fans." I think it did a lovely job of that. If there were a bunch of people who identified with the Joker's a fucking psychopath who tries to kill people for not great reasons. You shouldn't identify with him.
Yeah. Yeah, they do good. And another interesting thing is, the Joker doesn't kill.
What's the problem with identifying with him? You hating on men?
Yeah. What's wrong with men? What have men done
against
wrong?
very white men?
Yeah. What have white men done wrong, Martin? Come on. One thing, two things, maybe most.
You never thought about holding two votes hostage, and making them choose who gets to live and who gets to die?
Turning all the world leaders into powder, and then holding that powder ransom.
And then watching the movie Powder.
Never thought about
just
setting
you can't
a warehouse of $1 billion on fire, huh?
I thought about
you gonna eat China.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pencil game.
I'm not considering this podcast until Martin, you say sorry, white man. I'm sorry.
Greg, can we make that our next T-shirt?
T-shirt.
Sorry, white men. And the question is it sorry, white men, or is it sorry, white men? It's just our pictures.
Make it so that the comma disappears very quickly after
with
like 3
apologies
watches.
to the white man.
Can we do a sorry white man with our picture on the front and then a sorry white man on the back?
Yeah, we should do that. Once again, that's a T-shirt jingle I got to put in there. I gotta do one of the T-shirts. I keep saying.
Do you have merch for this podcast?
We have one that I think none of us
probably still floating in Redbubble somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the?
It's just our T-shirt. The image I drew when we sold like 9-volt batteries.
Yeah. Is it like the 3-headed one of you? Okay.
No, it's not. It's something different. It says Podzuki and it's got a drawing of a 9-volt battery that
we got to bring back like.
I was wondering why you mentioned 9-volt battery. I was like, I have no idea.
We used to look at 9-volt battery for the video game set or the video.
Did we stop doing it because of the pandemic, or we stopped doing it because it was stupid?
We'll never know. I could go get a fresh 9-volt right now.
I mean, I know I was.
Just take it out of your
I was
smoke
always
detector.
a proponent of it. It might have even been my idea.
There's a few episodes where we had taken it out of the smoke detector for it.
Yeah. I feel like you usually took it out of the smoke detector when you were at that old place.
Man, this podcast is great.
That's how you knew it was fresh.
Yeah.
But so the judge lets him wear his Joker makeup for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how the judge kept saying, I will not allow you to make a mockery of this
and
courtroom.
Continually lets him make a mockery of it. He doesn't rein him in at all.
Yeah, I'll let you ask these absurd questions. And also, let's talk about the questions on that man's notebook. So,
I love those questions so much.
So the first time you see the Joker's notebook, it's not even when he's defending himself. It's just when he's next to his lawyer. Mm-hmm. There's an Asian man, Dr. Liu, who's being interviewed on the stand by Harvey Dent. Yeah, Ken Leung.
Who I always love seeing in a film.
Yeah, who is the actor is Chinese and also the character Liu. That's a Chinese name. In the very first question in the notebook is Chinese or Japanese, and then he scratches that out when he sees
classic King of the Hill reference.
When he sees Lady, yes, correct. Maybe that's where they got it from.
It would have been even better if he wrote like Lao Ocean after that.
And then he sees Lady Gaga in the courtroom, and he goes, "Hey, why don't you ask her why she's so far back, or see if you can get her
a better seat tomorrow."
Yeah, and it's just. I truly love, and then the next time you see his notebook is when he's defending himself, and it's Gary Puddles is on is on the stand, and he goes Puddles question mark.
It's
and
funny.
It's incredible.
Oh, the fucking line under that had me chuckling so
much.
What
line under that?
Oh, how tall are you really?
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, I was just laughing. So
and those were like the glimpses of this could have been a really good film. But I thought the emotional gravitas of the Puddle scene was really
so great. That actor was so good, and like he thought he was acting in a film that would be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, I did.
No, I
You're
agree.
really crushing it.
Yeah, he did that scene well, and yeah, the movie could have used more stuff like that. Like you said, reframing it as like a fuck you to people who idolize the Joker.
And it could.
I really appreciate that, but I think that it didn't maybe do that enough. Maybe that was WB being like, hey, we can't just, anybody who's going to go see this movie, you can't just say fuck all of them.
Sure.
So,
And that,
be a
that
bit more
scene
subtle
is
about
like
it.
a perfect encapsulation of like you can be really funny and have a well acted and dramatic film, because to have that scene and then see The Notebook right after was very funny. It's just it's a shame. There's a lot of parts in motion that could have been better, but we get through the courtroom cases. He basically is defending himself. Of course, it's not going well. They're having like the discussions of him and Lady Gaga in the background of things are kind of like slightly breaking apart. But they still have a few of the musical scenes. And then, like, I feel like at this point it's, like, getting really boring. And, like, the movie heard me think, like, when's this going to end? And that's when the car bomb goes off.
Oh, yeah, he's in court. He's being charged. Or, yeah, the
He's
jury-
being convicted, really.
He's
Like,
giving
oh,
his,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's when they set him together.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
after the
reading the verdict.
scene where
Yeah.
he didn't like, oh hey, I'm not the Joker, I'm just Arthur Fleck, and everything's terrible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which was after he got the Joker fucked out of him.
Yeah.
Which,
So horrific.
yeah, it's so
yeah.
horrific, and like, yeah, didn't need to be there. I don't like, they raped him, right? Like that's definitely
Yeah,
the
yeah.
implication. But
Yeah.
now I know rape isn't about sex, but I've never been so mad at a guy that like I'm gonna have sex with him.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
so weird
Right.
that's like, just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. It's just.
And then went on to kill another inmate right after that, too, which is also a weird place for this to go. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's not weirder than...
Yeah, it was
the
like
sexual assault,
moments
but
like
it's-
that, whereas like, yeah, it's just miserable.
Oh, yeah, no,
Just that
it's-
Todd
it's-
Phillips hates everybody and everything, and there is no joy in the world.
It's a hat on a hat of the Joker being so fucking miserable. Because not only did he just get assaulted, they just murdered the only other person who was, like, nice to him in prison, who's constantly been standing up for him.
Yeah.
He's the guy who's been singing, like, When the Saints Are Coming In for him, like, every fucking scene.
Yeah, Ricky. Or,
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
hey, y'all ever seen Shawshank Redemption? You know, just like is getting him like murked and shivved. Yeah, it is kind of silly to have that so close back to back, but then basically they get to the courtroom scene where he's getting convicted. The car bomb goes off, and that's where I thought like the movie might pick up or change pace a little bit. But I think all the decisions after that are really interesting to me for maybe not great reasons, but of like he gets out of the courtroom scene. I like that they do the whole classic flashbang sound of him like adjusting as he can't hear for a little bit, and then he gets picked up by some of the fanatics. And I thought this was like going to go places with it, but I like that it's just he gets pulled over at the car at one point and just gets out of there and runs off. And it's like we're just going to follow the Joker now for a little bit until he eventually ends up back in prison.
And
He had like a chill 3 hours of like not getting caught.
Well, yeah.
Like
it's him realizing, like, he could have ran away with those Joker fanatics, but he realizes, like, no, they still see him as the Joker. He doesn't see himself as that anymore.
Yeah.
He needs to get away from this.
Yeah, and then I love that once again.
it's like a meditation on fame.
Yeah,
Yes.
a really good meditation on fame. And then I feel like I do admire that Todd Phillips did the Joker stairs and like, oh, you want to see him dance down the stairs, don't you? It's not gonna happen. You want to see Lady Gaga dance down the stairs too? That's also not gonna happen.
I mean, if there was a thing with him, like, going down those stairs in the first movie, they should have thrown him down those stairs.
That'd
I feel
be
like,
funny.
I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
What's up with when Lady Gaga put the gun to her head when Arthur was leaving the message on her answering machine?
Yeah.
I laughed so hard when that happened because, like, again, like you said, a hat on a hat. It's like Drinky Crow killing himself in Mackey's. It's so it's so depressing. I couldn't help but laugh at it.
Yeah.
I do have a theory. Maybe that's her gun phone.
Well, it could be a gun phone.
She's trying to pick it up, but she fucked up.
Eventually, the guy invented the gun phone. It's like, this is not selling with kids. He's like, what if we made a burger phone? Yeah, this scene was really stupid. It would have been really funny though.
Hello,
Yeah. But it's not like
For the listeners at home, Tristan was miming a barrel in his mouth.
she's in a scene after that, so
Yeah.
she's got the cock. Like what?
But it would have been funny.
Why is it there?
It would have
I
been
mean,
funny to have her in the scene after, but still have a gunfire go off before, of just like a very comical right before it hangs up, just.
It very well could have been that she killed herself and he just fucking hallucinated her there on the stairs because
Yeah.
he knew he wasn't
I was
getting anywhere
hoping we
anywhere.
get some hallucination.
Yeah, we
Just-
should.
Yeah.
And even like,
I mean, I
to
guess
go-
unless you can go consider the whole movie hallucination,
I mean,
like all the
whole
singing,
end of the
but
movie,
it's,
I feel like has to be a hallucination to me because, like, the day after escaping from an exploded courthouse, you're not going back to general population.
Yeah.
sure.
Well, Birdman does stuff like that way better. Like when he would like fly from one location to another, then be chased down by a cab driver. Like, hey, dude, you didn't pay. Just little bits like, okay, that's probably not actually happening, but it's happening within the membrane of the reality of the movie.
I can't fucking believe Michael Keaton did not get an Oscar for that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, who won over him? Do you remember?
A piece of shit. Let me see. I'm going to see real quick here. We're looking this up. That movie is so good.
It did win Best Picture overall,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Keaton, Birdman. We're doing that right now. But as we
I feel like it was like somebody deserving, actually. I feel like it was like a good
it
actor.
could have been a good role, too.
I know that was the year Boyhood came out.
I'm going to look it up and be like, Cancer
Yeah,
Child.
exactly.
Like, oh, no.
Cancer Boy. Cancer Boy made a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, from Brain Candy, of course.
But there was no hope for me.
Sean Penn got in trouble for the joke he made when Best Picture won. He was the one presenting the category. And I guess his friend, which nobody knew at the time, was the winner, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. And he goes, who let this immigrant win? Birdman. The Unexpected Virtues of Ignorance. And people were like, hey, that's horrifically offensive. And I guess
They should look into
Iñárritu was like, hey, this is my buddy, I guess. Yeah, I'm cool with it. But it's like, no, it's still wrong. This is not the moment to make that joke.
But now's a really good time in America to make that joke, I think. More than ever. I'll stop.
Have you found who?
I did. So for Birdman... Oh, wait, no, this is just the films, goddammit.
I feel like it's an
Everybody
easier way to
keep
do this. All right, so let's talk about favorite Michael Keaton roles. I don't know. I keep hitting the table accidentally, and I feel like I'm destroying the recording.
I'll see how it goes. It'll be fun. I think it's going to add some fun post-production, at least,
You're
for
adding
sound
a
effects.
little flavor to it. This is how we get people the 4D equivalent. Well, actually, would this be a 2D podcast? Because the sound is the only dimension.
Sure. Well, time. So that's we're not doing the dimensions the normal way anybody would choose to do them.
I found it. Okay, finally. Also, who do you think hosted the 2014 Oscars?
I'm gonna say Jimmy Kimmel.
I was going to say the same, actually.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Kevin Smith.
I couldn't believe this. Neil Patrick Harris. I forgot about that. Eddie Redmayne won it for Best Actor?
Okay, I mean that
movie?
film was engineered for
What
like
movie was
Oscar
that?
bait.
I don't
Playing
know.
Stephen Hawking in the
Oh,
Theory
that
of
is,
Everything.
Oh, he did not deserve that. Fuck
But
that.
the film was
And Paralyzed
crafted
by
to win
Genius.
Academy
Yeah.
Awards. Like
Yeah.
you watch him lose the ability to walk. Like from the trailer, you're like, oh well, they made this for that, and they accomplished their goal.
I forget. Did that include the scene where he cheated on his wife?
They didn't show him cheating on his wife; they just show him getting a nurse, and then
Then later on,
you know,
like,
if you know, you know. Yeah. Also, it's his second wife who is the woman in the film, but they don't mention that she's his second wife. But that's actually who is the love interest of the film for the.
Do you
entire
think every
movie.
time they'd ask Stephen Hawking about White Cheater, he'd be like, it's all relative?
That was Einstein.
Einstein. Fuck! Shit! God damn it. Alright, we're
It was working
the
as a
podcast
joke.
is done. We're ending it after this episode. I can't edit that out because it's also too funny. Oh my god. Sorry, white man.
Yeah, today has not been Brandon's day.
No,
You missed a lot of what happened before this podcast.
Yeah.
Brandon just misfiring, and I'm so sorry. I am rooting for you, and I think
Okay.
you're gonna really nail it by the end.
I'm hoping. What joke can I land on? The Joker 2, everyone. Oh yeah, so movie just ending. Basically, he gets put back into prison, and then he's stabbed to death. That's the end of the movie.
He gets put back into prison, but we don't find out. Like, I guess he was already received the sentencing, so
Yeah.
he was still on. We didn't find. I guess they never did the sentencing. He was found
No.
guilty, but we never
Yeah.
found out if he was going to be executed or not. Which, I mean, he gets shivved by the real Joker.
Yes.
Anyway, which I knew that was coming. And
Oh yeah, no, you could see the ending coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Because you definitely hear them making references like, oh, all he's done since he got here is smile. Now he bites this dude.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like probably would have noticed that, even if I hadn't known. But
Yeah, it's really interesting how they because it's very much telegraphed a lot of the way of like, oh, we're gonna get him to a hallway with no one nearby, no guards nearby, and then this guy is like, hey, why don't I tell you a joke about a psychopath and a clown? It's like, okay, well, this feels like it feels like the end of American History X. You're like, okay, this is now you're just like. It's probably the only time they do tension kind of well in the film.
Yes.
Because you're like, okay, something's going to happen. It looks pretty bad. Let's actually see this play out. And then it does. And then he does the Heath Ledger Joker trick of like carving the smile into his face.
Yeah, that was not necessary.
Which was also, because it's like, chronologically, it wouldn't line up for the Nolan films. Like, I don't think, because if this is 1983, he'd be too old to be that Joker.
I think of this the same way I think of the Legend of Zelda timeline. These characters exist across multiple different iterations, and they will always exist over time.
Because, in The Dark Knight, they never said, like, remember in the 80s when that guy shot that talk show host?
Here's the thing I always
also,
say.
Heath Ledger is, like, way... I mean, he passed away sadly, obviously.
I mean,
like, he was, like, 6 in 1981.
I don't want to sound... I don't want to sound gross, but the thing is, like, I keep getting older, but the Jokers, they stay the same age.
All right, Brandon got it back, baby.
Joker, I hardly know her.
Yeah. That's Joker, baby. Let's just. I feel like
we could even talk about this for long. And not that I'm saying we should, but there's so much more that has not been discussed. That this film is chock full of nothing. But
it's a vacuum where you make your own meaning, and I got to give that up to Todd Phillips for that. I feel like I think that just gets us in the review section right away. Of like, we'll do this out of. I was thinking about doing a really complicated system where you have to divide by 2, but let's just do 5 out of 5 Jokers. I'm too.
Can we do 5 out of 5 cigarettes?
5 out of 5 cigarettes. There's 2 things in this film that
it was good to see all the smoking.
Yeah. It made it feel authentic to the 80s.
If you really want to see a lot of people put guns to their heads in clown makeup, great film. If you want to see people make smoking look so fucking good, I was just like, I've never smoked before. It really made me like, I should get cigarettes.
That look of cigarette smoke in front of a light.
Yeah.
I think is definitely what he was going for.
And also, like, the lack of sexual chemistry is mostly true for this film, but the chemistry that Joaquin Phoenix had for doing cigarette drags.
Oh, yeah.
He was fucking those cigarettes.
I do not think that he makes smoking look cool, but he does make smoking look like the most relaxing thing you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I should take up smoking. I really should. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
Yeah, they really didn't care about inmates having access to fire.
Yeah.
I'm truly...
And Lady Gaga set to fire in that piano, no problem.
Yeah. I feel like if we're doing this 5 out of 5 Siggies, I'm going to give it a very honest, and this is, I mean, maybe it's going to make sense how I've been talking. I think it's a 3 out of 5 Siggies. Because listen, it's not a good film. But also, there's a lot to talk about, and I think the crime we talk about the most on this podcast is like a really mediocre film where it's just so bland that you can't take anything away, so it feels like a waste of time. I don't regret watching Joker, Folie, Deux. There is a lot of interesting things going on. There are some actually good, brilliant scenes in a mostly bad movie. And there's, like we were saying, you can make your own meaning out of this film because it's so blatantly just all over the place. And also, like, a guy just taking corporate money and giving the middle finger. It feels good in this day and age right now. So that's why I feel like if I was just in all this removed and I was just watching the film straight up, it'd probably be like a 2.5 or 2. But all this combined, it bumps it to a 3 out of 5 for me. You know what I say? Check out the Joker, Folie, Deux. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen when you watch it?
Yeah, I'll give it 1 cigarette out of 5 because this movie sucked. And I felt miserable the entire time I was watching it.
You gotta pick up cigarettes, man. You gotta smoke.
Yeah, make myself start smoking again. I don't know. I was not glad that I saw this movie, and I had been avoiding it for a long time because I'd heard it was bad, and I knew about like the sexual assault scene and how it ends and stuff. And yeah, I don't mind stuff like that being in a movie as long as it seems necessary.
Sure.
And like you know what you're gonna say. I think. Again, I just think putting this the best way possible, I think Todd Phillips is just, they want me to make this movie, so I'm just going to make this movie with some people that I like and throw some stuff at the wall, but I don't really give a shit about it. I'm not going to think about this movie when I'm asked on my deathbed what my favorite movies were.
I think he's going to think about this on his deathbed.
Oh, maybe. I say that, and maybe I'm wrong.
He might think about the paycheck.
It's just, I don't know, this
Todd
movie
Phillips
didn't need to exist.
Yeah.
I feel like even if they did want to do the whole musical thing, they could have executed that better, and this movie just sucked.
Yeah, they should have committed to the musical part, I think, more.
Absolutely. And that could have been fun, but it just felt like they came up with the idea, but then didn't want to do the work to put it together.
Also, like a weird part to get this in at the very end of this, but I found out the singing voice at the beginning for the Joker was Nick Cave. Love Nick Cave.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to relook at that because I do like Nick Cave. I didn't pick up on that.
I love Nick Cave. I love some Bad Seeds. Anyways, I'll give you two got to review this.
All right,
Grinderman.
Grinderman?
I
No
legitimately
Pussy Blues?
I legitimately had a good time watching this movie. Again, very surprising. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Wow. I think not having the context of the first Joker movie, going into this completely blind, again, with only the vague ideas of why Todd Phillips was even making this movie, I had a good time watching it. I thought it had very solid performances in it, and while I don't necessarily think the music was great, I appreciated the performances when it came to the music.
Yeah.
Sure.
And knowing it was done live, like, you should not do it that way. Absolutely. But it's kind of...
Yeah, we've had
thing.
about 100 years of Hollywood history of filming musicals to know how to shoot them. And they decided to, like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's funny. Todd Phillips like, I'm going to crack it.
Didn't La La Land try something like that? Or they had, like use natural lighting or something? So
They
use, like, the environment, And they, like, would barely get shots in, but they would pull it off.
It's one of those, like, when you come up with the idea, like, oh, this is so brilliant, and then it just doesn't pan out when you actually try and do it.
Yeah.
Overall, I just love the message of the movie that if you are the Joker, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. I will honestly say that.
And there will always be someone to take your place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the
and
thing
I do think
Joker.
that and when you say that, that does remind me of like how in history a lot of the time people tend to take the wrong messages from successful movies, like Wall Street. The Wall Street traders didn't dress at all like Gordon Gekko, who is the villain of the film. Yeah. But then
The Godfather, that happened as
they
well.
they dress more conservatively, and then they're like, oh, well, we saw this evil guy look cool. We're gonna now look like this.
And Wall Street's a wild one to
Wall
me.
Street.
Because Wall Street specifically, his most famous line is "Greed is good." I'm like, that's not a good guy saying. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so for Todd Phillips to make the choice to specifically to see everyone getting the wrong message from the first film and be like, let me see what I can do to ruin this. I do like your viewing of this film. That said,
go. Sorry.
Okay. I will. 2.5 cigarettes feels slightly too low. 3 cigarettes feels much too high.
I feel that way too,
so
but I had to go
I'm going to say 2.7 cigarettes.
That's good.
There are elements of this film that are done professionally, that are done well.
Oh yeah.
The lighting, the cinematography is very good. Some of the performances are very good, especially like the supporting actors are all kind of killing it. There is a good movie, like an archaeological dig. You would have to do some work excavating it, but there is probably a good 45-minute film.
I mean, this is like, it's very much like, if you all know the history of Caligula, it's very much
Caligula.
Caligula. But like
Caligula.
I heard about the
Caligula. Well, we all bought into that.
Yeah, but apparently they finally did like a cut and edit and release where it's actually like a good movie now. I've heard.
Sure.
It's insane to think about. But yeah, I feel that very much of a 2.7. I went with a 3 still. I feel like, but I really want Martin.
Well, you didn't know I'd break the rules.
Yeah, I mean, I like a rule breaker. I like a bad boy.
Am I your Joker? Are you my Harley Quinn?
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, that means we have no chemistry then, so. Also, I really want Martin to watch Joker now and be like, this piece of shit.
Because I was thinking, like, if Martin ranks Joker Folie idea 4 out of 5, what would he rank the generally considered objectively better film?
And
like,
honestly,
is that
like,
a perfect film, or is that just terrible?
And honestly, like, I know that the first Joker rubbed a lot of friends or people I know the wrong way, so that could honestly happen. So there's Abigail.
And yeah, the first Joker is not a classic.
For listeners, a cat has entered the room.
It's a pretty miserable movie as well, as far as like the subject matter and what happens in it. But I just felt this one was a little worse. I think it's because he is trying to say fuck you to people who canonize the Joker, but it's also, since it's its own movie, that message kind of gets lost. And I also think with him getting killed by the real Joker, it's almost like oh, the Joker is still a thing. They're not going to see that they're being acting stupid. They're going to see, like, oh, he sold out. And the real message is you don't sell out and keep being insane.
Which honestly ain't a bad message nowadays, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bad Sinners. I don't know if you've seen the movie Sinners.
I love Sinners.
I
love eating pussy, and I love Sinners.
Yeah, that's also, that to a degree is about, like, sort of not sold out, but like not sort of like giving into sort of people stealing your essence, and this does that poorly in Joker Folie I did.
I've had this thought that the people who idolize the Joker very much, like, you ever had something that happened to you in life, and you did the responsible thing, you didn't, like, punch the person or make a scene, but then later you're like, I should have fucking made a scene. I should have blown the entire situation up, made a big deal, gone to jail.
Every job I've like quit where I'm like, I had another job lined up and I'm like, I'm going to leave and make sure I don't burn any bridges. Like, I could have burned those bridges so good.
I should have spit in his face. Why didn't I fucking do that? I'm going to regret that forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what people like. Yeah, don't take shit. And like, okay, don't take shit, but don't be crazy. Don't be stupid.
All right. We teased this earlier, but we're going to get to the stupid game section.
Stupid games.
I wanted to do a budget and box office.
I didn't know
trivia.
this was a game. I wouldn't have.
I mean, I've been doing this more because it fascinates me, but now I'm like, we really should go back to 9-volt batteries and licking them.
Was that an end of the podcast thing?
It was a game we do. But, I mean, we did it sanitarily.
Wait, maybe I did it. I don't remember if I did.
I think we did for Mario Brothers.
It's been a long time since we've done it.
But we'd have 4 different 9-volt batteries, and I would clean them off each time, and just we'd have it where we'd all lick one because it's an interesting sensation. I kind of miss it now. I'm getting nostalgic for licking 9-volt batteries.
Well, I mean, that's why we did it in the first place, because I think Luke brought up, it's like, yeah, no, we all used to do this as children.
Yeah.
Get the tingle.
Yeah, got that tingle.
I think we're at the full rotation.
I never did that as a child. I would like to, for the record,
I definitely did.
It just makes your tongue feel tingly.
Yeah.
I was also a child prodigy. I should probably.
Yeah. I know. I was a stupid kid, so I was up there looking at the batteries for sure.
Yeah, we were trying to get electricity powers. You were too smart to try that.
Also, like, people listening to this episode specifically, like, wait, Brandon wasn't a smart kid? No way.
I did burn myself on an iron when I was 6, so I can't. I'm not perfect.
Listen, we were trying to go for electricity powers. You were trying to go for fire.
Yeah, for heat powers. Yeah. I could have been whoever. I was going to say Firestorm. I was like, I don't know. Who cares?
So I'll give 3 options here for the budget of the Joker. Was it $100 million, $150 million, $190?
$190.
Yeah, $190 million. They're all millions. It's been a day. I'm going to say it again. One of these is clearly the wrong option.
I'm going to say $198. Final answer.
Okay, I'm adding a new option now. $198. 0.00. Okay. All right.
I know the answer, so should I?
Yeah, you can answer still.
Okay. Well, maybe I should answer.
I'll go with 190 million because I assume they.
Yeah,
190.
It's 190. So we both got a point for Luke, and then we got a point for Tristan. For box office, this is what I want to ask: did this end up making? This is already stating right away. This actually ended up making its money back. 200 million, 207.5 million, or 315.8 million.
None of these answers are funny. They're all reasonable.
No, I'm getting to the funny one. Don't worry.
I'm going to say 200 million.
Okay.
Brandon, I'm going to lock in $198 again.
People hated this film. They robbed banks to take money away from it somehow.
207.
Okay, it's actually $198. No, okay. Okay, what'd you say, Luke?
I said 200 million.
Okay, 200. So, Tristan, you're ahead by 1 point now. It's 207.5.
Cool.
So the universal rating when they aggregated all of it together, and I don't think Tristan would know this. Was this out of 5 stars? Was this 1 star out of 5 stars? Was this 1.3 out of 5 stars? Or was it 1.8 out of 5 stars?
This is like an aggregate. Of
Yeah,
like
basically everything
What are
for
the choices again? 1 point.
Just 1 star out of 5, 1.3 out of 5, or 1.8 out of 5.
Okay.
So we have 3 choices of 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Okay. What were they again?
We have 1 out of 5, 1.3 out of 5, 1.8 out of 5.
I'll say 1.3 out of 5.
Okay, 1.3.
I'm going to lock in $198.
Okay, $198. All right.
Okay, so I don't know this, but I did read up the critic score for another website, Metacritic. It got 45 out of 100. So I don't know what that is. That's 4.5. But still, so I don't know. I'll say 1 point.
Divided by 500. I think that's.
I'll say 1.3.
Okay, 1.3. Actually, it's 1.8. So that means all the points go to you. And my joke.
Yay.
My joke to this was going to be Joker 2 or Joker U. I've had a long day, man. I don't.
But I feel like you came up with this joke before you had the long day.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to exit this out of my notebook and close it. No, the Joker's for everybody. That's the answer. There's a Joker inside of all of us.
Actually, unironically, do like that. It's the right amount of stupid.
That's what the movie should have been about.
There's a little joke, there's a little silly guy in front of a little jester in our court.
This goofy guy.
Yeah.
Likes to wear makeup.
We got to bring back the 9-volt battery for the next one. I think we should get to the recommendation and plugs. Because we're wrapping up.
We're about there.
I'll go first. I watched. I was trying to watch this movie yesterday, and I got to the first commercial break, and I was like, okay, I'll watch an episode of The New King of the Hill, and then I'll switch back. And then I watched all of New of the King of the Hill, and then I watched the movie today. So
you're right in that King of the Hill energy. That's why
I recommend that New King of the Hill. It's I've got some issues with it, but overall, it's good to be back.
Good to be king.
It's good to see those characters again.
I recommend Superman and Fantastic Four. They're both really good. I especially liked Fantastic Four a lot. I think maybe I just was expecting less from that one as opposed to Superman, but they're both really good, and I think everybody should see them. Also, the sweater that Pedro Pascal wears in that movie looks so comfortable. I really want him. He wears these Mickey Mouse gloves. He just, out of all the Marvel movies, he looks like he's had the most comfortable outfit of any of the superheroes. And the other guy's got to be on fire throughout the entire thing.
That's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do really want to see that Superman too, but yeah, I mean, I like.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah, no, I really like that Superman.
Yeah, I think you would like it.
Yeah. I mean, also they just got Guy Gardner right, which that excites me as a.
Yeah.
Do you have HBO?
I do have. I mean, I'm just gonna pirate it too.
Okay.
I do have HBO Max.
Yeah, I mean whatever works for you. Yeah, you don't have to wait a few months.
And also all the casting for it too. I feel like they got a lot of stuff really nicely done on that one. I'm excited for watching it. And then I'll give recommendation plugs to you before I get to it too.
Okay, sure. Recommendation. I guess I had it in my head until we got on the Superman subject, and then I just forgot everything.
That's the Podzuki effect.
Yeah, it is. Darn it. Okay, I swear to God, I was like, oh yeah, this is a worthwhile thing to talk about. I got nothing now.
Oh, Joker 1.
I'll think of it when someone's doing something else.
Okay, I could do my recommendation plugs here. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna, I often on this podcast.
Oh, I remember now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. The second season of Platonic premiered today. I was a big fan of the first season of that show. It's an Apple TV show.
Oh yeah, Barbara was watching that. I ended up watching a lot of it, but I like a good.
Starring Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne about
an Apple TV,
two friends who are estranged, and
so if you're rich, you can watch it.
I used to work for
pirating, guys. Once again, pirating. It's so easy.
I used to work for Apple for 6 years. So as part of working for Apple, I would get Apple TV for free. It expires in January, so I'm trying to watch as much as I can before they want me to start paying, because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So while it's still free, I can watch Platonic. I'll give you my Apple ID and password. Just message me.
We've done a few Apple Plus things, haven't we? I know.
Was Monarch Apple?
Monarch was Apple.
Yeah.
Plus.
We did do Monarch.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's a shame.
I mean, also, I love Wyatt Russell. I love Kurt Russell, and just
White Russell, is that the first
It did.
one you said?
Yeah.
Why?
Is his name Wyatt Russell, right? I'm not wrong about that.
Wyatt.
Well,
Yes.
White Russell. Sorry, White Russell.
It's just you pass through it just so quick.
I don't need to say every syllable.
Yeah.
But the thing that we talked about, and this is weird to go back all the way to this, but the reason we didn't do Monarch Folies is that we felt insulted because Godzilla and Kong, New Empire came out, and that's such fun and a good film because it's so stupid. But they tried to go back and do serious again. It's like, I don't want serious with this movie franchise for the legendary Godzilla. You go stupid, go full stupid. That's why it's fun.
You can't have Godzilla sleeping in the Roman Colosseum curled up like a cat and then try to have a serious story in my face.
Yeah.
No. What'd you think of Severance?
I have not. I made the choice not to watch Severance because so as part of working for Apple, it sucks working for them when they have a hit because they do not know how to act. When Ted Lasso became a hit, they were really proud of themselves, and then for the second season premiere of that show, they changed every single screen on the floor to a Ted Lasso animation, and it made work awful.
That sounds like hell.
And then me and my friend Jonathan Klinger, who still works for Apple in Texas, we made this joke where just we pull an employee aside and go, "Hey, some bad news to report. Ted Lasso just killed himself. And we would do that all the time. And that made work bearable. But I made myself not watch it because I'm like, I'm going to watch it because I know it's incredible.
Yeah.
I
don't know about that. It looks really cool.
Or everyone says.
Yeah.
I've seen the first season. It was really great. Also, that would be a hard show to watch while working for Apple. That's all about how capitalism in the modern workplace is slowly killing our identities. So...
Yeah, they talking about us.
Yeah. Oh, fuck!
Is this play about us?
For recommendations, we talked about it earlier, but I finally got around to seeing Sinners. And man, if you love eating pussy,
yes,
what a great film!
That is,
if you love vampires.
Huge. It's as important to 1930s Mississippi as vampires and segregation.
Yeah. And when people were making that joke, I'm like, it can't be that big a part of the movie. I'm like, no, it is.
Yeah,
it's honestly, and also like just. I mean, giving Michael B. Jordan such a good, juicy role, but also, like, specifically, I don't want to spoil anything, but, like, the fashion you get to see him wearing at the end of the film. Ooh, whoa, I want that outfit so bad. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's my favorite, I think, vampire film in a while. And it's, just see it. Don't
It's a visionary piece of work.
Yeah. It's bizarre, and it's really fun, and it's different. And it's really nice to see somebody going against the current, I'd say, system of Hollywood for both IPs and also like executive producing.
I didn't see Sinners, but the vampire movie Nosferatu.
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love an Eggers. I love a Kugler. If you have an Er at the end of your name, you're doing pretty good as a director most of the time.
Todd Phillips, sir.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's no Ers there.
David Lyncher.
Yeah. It sounds like Jiminy Glick saying it. They got to bring Jiminy. No, Jiminy Glick's been back a little bit. He interviewed a guy like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's like Sinbad.
Yeah.
He does stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I was wondering,
Wait,
like,
is
is
Sinbad
Sinbad
back?
not a real guy?
Yeah. He's back, baby.
Sinbad's also like going through some health stuff. We're rooting for you, Sinbad.
Yeah,
we love
I'm always
We were
rooting for
pro Sinbad on this podcast.
I'm sorry. I remember
The sailor and the comedian.
I remember seeing a commercial on Comedy Central like 8 years ago that was just constant like Sinbad's back. It was like a special for
sure.
like
that was a good special that they were advertising.
It's a good special. But that is just for some reason like it's
That's in your
always
head
in my
still.
head where it's like, yeah, no, Sinbad's back.
He's back.
I just remember going to see House Guest and The First Kid.
I saw First Kid in theaters. Yeah,
I saw it in like a weird, like it was like a dinner theater.
Oh,
sort of
okay.
thing. So like,
I mean, of
you
course,
sit at the tables, they bring you food.
There's also Jingle All the Way.
He is in that movie as well.
Also, just for plugs, as always, second Wednesday of the month at Lincoln Lodge at 7 p.m. Thirst for Adventure. If you're in Chicago, fun D&D one-shot show. We get comedians, artists, and people in Chicago to play characters. It's good to go there, do it. I think we can wrap it up. And also, once again, shout out to Eating Pussy.
It's good.
Yeah.
Should we also promote ourselves?
The pussies like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what, if you want to plug.
If you want to give it a plug,
You should definitely plug.
Yeah, please plug.
I would appreciate any followers I can get on any social media platform, because that's what comedy is now. You don't have to be funny. You just have to have people say that people will watch you. But my handle on any social media platform is the same. It's Where's Trist. Basically the contraction Where's, and then the first 5 letters of my name, Tristan. Where's Trist? And when does this come out? Do you know?
Probably Friday, because we lost an episode, so it's going out even sooner, baby.
On Saturday, I'll be at Cole's Bar performing a show at 4:20 p.m.
Nice.
Called Psychotic Break.
Hell yeah.
You can also go to my website or socials for whatever I've got in town, and I would love to see anyone do anything that I've ever. I need anyone to like me.
You can heckle. It's fine.
Yes.
Just show up.
Yes, just so I can say I have an audience.
I mean, yeah, it's just support Tristan, support
art.
Support
Yeah,
or your local
support
artists.
I don't get why people want AI so much, because the idea of a robot making something half-baked, like, that's... Was it Futurama?
I've been called a better comic than Arthur Fleck.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have too many good jokes. But we'll Joker you next time. I don't know. Is that what we want to end?
Yeah.
Should we do our usual ending?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see. 3.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Have you seen the YouTube of the I'm the Joker, baby?
I am not.
I don't know
familiar
what
at
you're
all.
talking
we got
about.
some. Okay, we got to wrap this up right now. We got something great to show you. Also, Google I'm the Joker,
Bye.
baby.
I'm the Joker,
I'm the Joker, baby.
We deeply regret that you have not yet complied with our order.
This show has been brought to you by Machine Culture.
The words get stuck in my throat.